Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And we begin with a high wind advisory taking effect overnight. High winds expected to last all day tomorrow. You can see the flags already starting to whip around. Those high winds are going to make it feel like it's in the teens tomorrow afternoon.
So let's get right over to Kim Adams with how strong those wind gusts will be, and also some light showers too moving through the area. Kim.
Yeah, we're getting it all right now ahead of a cold front. It's a very strong cold front, but really the focus tonight is going to be on this wind advisory. Tomorrow we expect winds anywhere between 40, possibly even as high as a few gusts of 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour. Those are strong enough to where the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory. It's for all of southeast lower Michigan from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow night. What it means for you is that if you have loose objects outside, if you've done some Christmas decorating, you have inflatables, things like that, take those down and bring those in the house tonight. If you still have your patio furniture out and you can bring some of that into the garage, anything loose, you're going to want to make sure you bring inside or make sure that it's secured. Wind gusts right now are at 30 to 31 miles per hour, but as we go through the day tomorrow, that's when we see those winds pick up. They also shift around, start coming out of the west, so some cold air moving in, but those gusts could be as high as 40, possibly even 45 miles per hour, and for a long period of time as well. This isn't just in the afternoon. We will be breezy through the rest of the week. So falling temperatures tomorrow. We also have some rain to talk about. It's quiet right now, but we could get a few more showers overnight tonight. I'll talk about that coming up in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, Kim, thank you. Some breaking news right now in Detroit's west side, where a robbery at a Family Dollar store turns into a shooting.
And we're told a young cashier was shot, expected to survive, though. Tim Pamplin there with the night cam. Tim.
The stick-up occurring along West Davison, just west of the Lodge Freeway here at the Family Dollar store. A clerk, a 23-year-old young man, working behind the counter in here when two armed men walk in, announce the hold-up. That's when the gunmen demand the clerk open up the register. He either couldn't do that or couldn't do it quick enough for these gunmen. That's when the shooting occurred.
In this case, the clerk was complying and doing all things that the suspect asked for until the point the suspect wasn't getting what they wanted at the time. It just goes to show act of frustration on the part of the suspects in this case.
Again, a 23-year-old shot in the leg, expected to be okay. Two gunmen on the loose. That's the scene on the west side. With the night cam, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, an unusual viral video made in northern Macomb County is now at the center of a criminal investigation.
This rap video was recorded by two inmates inside the Macomb Correctional Facility and has now been viewed more than 25,000 times. Victor Williams is live tonight with the reaction it's getting and how prison officials are responding to it. Victor.
Oh yeah, Devin and Kimberly, on the surface, this looks like just fun and games. That's until you realize it's illegal for an inmate to possess a cell phone behind bars.
How did they get the phone in there, and what are they going to do about it?
A music video shot behind bars at the Macomb Correctional Facility is the result of two cellmates getting together in hopes of making a hit.
It's a serious offense and a very serious crime.
You can feel the raw emotion of the song titled In This Cell. The video posted to YouTube back on November 3rd sounds like it was recorded through a telephone call. The video, for sure, recorded on a cell phone, which a prison spokesperson says can be dangerous.
When you have a cell phone, we can't hear those calls. So you could be orchestrating a hit on someone. You could be trying to bring drugs into a facility.
One half of the rap duo is behind bars for second-degree murder, the other half for armed robbery. And it turns out this isn't the first time he's been in hot water for having something he's not supposed to.
On his record now, he also has two additional charges from prison with possessing contraband on top of the armed robbery charge that he came to prison with.
And Lansing, the Oversight Committee, also discussing the matter on Tuesday.
The video shows another cell phone, so we know that there's at least two cell phones.
Both inmates have been separated and are now in segregation. With an investigation now opened, new charges are more than likely on the way, meaning more time behind bars.
We're hopeful that upon the completion of the Michigan State Police investigation, we see a prosecution to the fullest extent of the law.
I don't know what they're saying, but it doesn't look like they're hurting anybody. It's unfortunate that they might get in trouble for it.
And charges will more than likely be filed against whoever is responsible for providing those cell phones to the inmates in the first place. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah. Okay, Victor, thanks. Devin.
In the 5 years since Little Caesars Arena opened, the Ilitches have come under fire for the many unfulfilled developments that were once promised in District Detroit. While some of those projects have been scrapped or put on hold, the Ilitches and billionaire Stephen Ross have announced a $1.5 billion development piece of it. Jacqueline Francis live downtown tonight. And Jacqueline, tonight, Detroiters got a chance to meet with the developers firsthand about what's planned.
That they did, and we got to see the 10 new proposed projects, one of which would take place at the iconic Fox Theater behind me. The theater itself would remain the same, while the above office space would be turned into hotel rooms with retail spots at the bottom. It's a first glimpse at what could be in store for District Detroit. The proposed development is a collaboration between the Ilitch family organization, Olympia Development of Michigan, and real estate development firm Related Companies. The new renderings were presented at a community meeting Tuesday night. There are 10 mixed-use projects in total that would build or redevelop buildings in the downtown area. Altogether, it would add 1.2 million square feet of office space, 146,000 square feet of retail space, 467 hotel rooms, and 865 mixed-income residential units, all in District Detroit. Residents at the meeting expressing skepticism about the proposed plans, pointing to empty promises of the past, among other concerns.
Why should we believe anything you promise?
The wealth gap means a lot. We want ownership too.
Developers addressed these concerns during and after the meeting.
It is quite natural to be skeptical. I will say development does take time, but we are hopeful about this next wave of development. We have the right partners, and as you saw in the room, some people are very excited about these plans going forward.
They're also still in the process of securing funding, proposing a private-public investment. But do you feel confident that you'll get the funding needed to make this happen?
I am optimistic and hopeful that we will be able to, and we've had tremendous support and engagement from both the city and state to date, and we appreciate that.
Developers are stressing the importance of community engagement in this process moving forward. They will hold several more public meetings in the months to come. For a better look at their vision for District Detroit, just head to our website, clickondetroit.com. Reporting live, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline.
The trial for the parents of the Oxford High School shooter is being postponed.
And the Michigan Supreme Court ordered the state appeals court to hear an appeal from James and Jennifer Crumbly on whether there's enough evidence to send them to trial. That is a victory for their lawyers, who argue involuntary manslaughter charges don't fit. The trial was supposed to start in January.
Tonight, two brothers from Pontiac who spent 25 years behind bars for a murder they didn't commit are looking to be compensated for their time in prison. George and Melvin DeJesus were released from prison in March. Now they're suing for more than $125 million. Their lawsuit accuses a detective on the case and a polygraph expert of framing them with help from another suspect who admitted to rape but testified the brothers forced him to assault the victim before they murdered her. Well, today the brothers came together looking for accountability.
One of the strongest reasons of filing this lawsuit is we want to know why. And in getting that answer, maybe this won't happen to somebody else.
The money ain't even nothing compared to what we lost those 25 years.
Their attorney claims he can prove the witness lied in that pre-trial polygraph.
President Biden back in Washington tonight after visiting Michigan today to push his economic policies. He spoke at a semiconductor manufacturing site, SK Siltron, which is near Bay City, and that's where the president praised union workers, saying they are the key to solving supply chain issues.
We're going to be the supply chain. The difference is going to be we're going to make that supply chain available to the rest of the world, but we're not going to be held hostage anymore. I mean it.
His remarks come as several railway union leaders have criticized the president for urging Congress to pass legislation that would prevent a walkout. Now he's trying to head off a nationwide rail strike, which would be catastrophic.